Hi there, Baroness Jenny, talking for the Baroness Party Paints. We are talking about today... Oh boy, I believe the minifigure was actually an elf paladin, but, well, elves can be drow, can't they? We are talking about Sister Sarah Lace, the nun with a gun, from the one-on-one campaign that isn't actually available online, that I'm playing just with the Baron. It's mostly for test running things that we've got in mind for the bigger campaigns, so watch this space, there's some really cool stuff that might be coming up. So this is Sister Sarah Lace, the nun with a gun. There's going to be a lot of crackle when I say Sister Sarah Lace, isn't there? Oh boy, where do we start? Let's start with the skin, 'cause that's where I usually go with. The grey I have, as just the one I've got to hand, is Celestra Grey, which I'm sure Citadel Miniatures do an actual darker shade of grey that would be perfect for drow skin. Again, I'm on a very limited budget here, so I work with what I've got. So what I ended up doing was actually, I couldn't use the Celestra Grey at all because it didn't come out quite as dark as what I wanted. So I ended up mixing Abaddon Black and White Scar until I managed to get the right deep true shade of Drow Grey for her skin tone. The minifigure itself is also noticeably wearing leggings on the example they give, but Sister Sarah Lace being her priestess of, I believe she's a priestess of Eliastri and Sehanine. I might be getting that wrong, and I'm sure that the Baron will correct me on that. But they, for the most part, like to wear as little clothing as possible. Now, obviously she doesn't. She mostly goes around in a nice, well, I'd say it's a nun's outfit, but it's a nun's outfit that could double up as fetish wear. Point is, we wanted to have bare legs. So what I ended up doing was just painting over it. I mean, I think you can just about see the edge of the leggings on one of her feet, but the other one it's come out quite well. And then just tinted up these shoes with silver to make them look like armoured boots. I might actually go back and give it that she's got knee-high boots, and that might actually cover for the bare legness of it. May actually do that. Oh, I'm just looking, her armour's genuinely got moons all over it as well. How pretty! That's a lovely moment of unplannedness actually working together with the genuine character. Right, her robe that's, well, the underrobe? The skirty bit at the bottom, that has got Cantor Blue as the edging, which you'll see I've used on the upper skirt as well, and the main colour of it is Genestealer Purple, because, hey, you should have purple on Drow, it looks really cool. Right, let's have a quick look. The white part is White Scar, which, again, because it's a layer paint, I had to do it in 2 layers to get the true white shade to come through properly, rather than just showing... It's more like a coating on the primer otherwise, but it does, if you just do 2 layers, it works perfectly well. Her eyes are corn red. Did I tint her lips up? I didn't. I might have to go back and tint her lips up with something, you know. And then her hair. Again, I've only got the one purple, which is Genestealer, and it's a little bit too bright for what I wanted. So I ended up mixing Corn Red and Cantor Blue, which is my darkest shade of blue. And it took a hell of a long time, I will admit, because I really wanted to get her hair the right colour, and I had another minifigure with the exact same hair colour. So I thought, let's do both of those at the same time. So I ended up having to fidget around with it quite a bit. I'm sure there is actually a dark purple I could have bought, but limited budget. And hey, let's have fun with this. So that is base Cantor Blue and base Corn Red. And eventually I got this really nice deep dark purple. I also tinted up a couple of her braids. I don't know if it's coming through very well, but gave a couple of her braids a slight coating with the silver just to highlight the shades a little bit better. Other than that, oh, I've just noticed on one of her legs I mucked up a little bit actually. I'm going to have to go over that with... I'm going to have to mix some more of this bloody grey that is a unique grey shade, aren't I? I might be able to cover it with... Maybe I can actually cover that with the Celestra, actually. I'll let you know how that one goes. I will have a go at covering up where the paint went a bit wonky. If not, I'm going to give her knee-high boots, and that'll just have to cover it, won't it? So, this is Sister Sarah Lace. Let's see, have I got a fun story with Sister Sarah Lace? I don't have a super duper fun story. Actually, I know one funny thing that did happen. On this same dungeon run that actually ended up with Oscar dying twice in one fight. A couple of rooms back in the dungeon, we were fighting, I can't remember the name of them, but slime monsters that steal your memories. And almost all of us ended up getting affected by this. It wasn't stealing our full memories, just little chunklets of what we could remember. And of the group, Oscar was the only one who continued to pass, because of course he did, he's a cleric. And there's no way on earth that JemmyLee should have failed her save, but she did, because dice. But my character, Zephyr, he got memories stolen. He couldn't remember his parents' names, faces, anything about them. He knew he had parents, but he couldn't remember a single thing about them, which, very upsetting. Aid, who was with us, forgot that as a tiefling he'd actually changed his name at one point, and his original name was Hindrance, which he then changed to Aid, because why on earth, if you had the option, would you call yourself Hindrance? Poor guy. Esavev, a little elf we had running around with us. Actually, I think bizarrely she made her saves, and she's a rogue. She made every single one of her wisdom saves. That shouldn't have happened. We'll have to talk about Esavev at some point. We'll put that on the back burner. But JemmyLee, she did not pass her wisdom save as a cleric. And the thing that she forgot, as it turned out, and as we discovered after the fight was over, her and Oscar are seeing each other. It's very cute. Clerics in love are. That sounds like the title of a book. But she, after the fight was over, ran up and suddenly was full on hugging Oscar and just saying, "Oh, I'm so glad you're safe," and everything. And it was very cute. But Oscar's first response was, "You've forgotten about that conversation we had a week ago." And we didn't know what that meant until after Oscar had had everybody sit down and just calm down, doing calm emotions on us, just because the memory stealing wore off after an hour, and we needed to sit down anyway. I was a warlock, so yeah. So we sit down, and after an hour, JemmyLee, who the entire time has been snuggling into his side, suddenly sits bolt upright, blushes, and shuffles away from him. Because it turns out the conversation they'd had a week ago was her telling him that because of her dignity and everything around town, she didn't want to be too physically affectionate in front of people. Oh dear. Poor woman. But hey, no one made fun of her afterwards. I think we were all too busy recovering from all of the nonsense that happened. So that is Sister JemmyLee, the nun with a gun. And perhaps I'll talk about some of the other I might actually talk about Esavev and the other character with the same hair colour as her at some point, but we'll see about that. Okay, this has been Baroness Jenny, and I will talk to you guys later about more minis. Yay!